Hi, welcome to AI Sales Agent HQ, your number one resource for info on AI sales agents, reviews of AI sales agents, and help building your own AI sales agents. I'm Ed Stevens, founder and CEO of Scoot, and I'm also your host. Today, we're going to cover the four categories of AI sales agents, and we're going to look at a few of the key vendors. Very simple, high level landscape of what's going on in AI sales agents today. So much is changing with AI sales agents. It's almost hard to get your head around it. But the place to start is to think about all the different types of AI sales agents. It's not that they don't overlap, but it's a good idea just to sort of get your head around kind of where these agents can play in your business and how they might work with or in conjunction with or even replacing some of your existing sales activities. So the first kind are inbound converters. These you might think of as agents that are on your website. And so you have to be already getting a fair amount of traffic to your website. And these agents are going to sort of qualify people. They're going to take chats. They might even talk. They're going to convert inbound traffic into sales meetings, usually not directly into sales. The second kind of AI sales agents are outbound. These are like those salespeople who might be sitting at their desk making phone calls, sending emails. These are hunters, and they're trying to generate new demand via email or outbound phone calls, sometimes with text. The third kind are pre-sales enablers. These are like assistants or internal agents that are helping salespeople to do their jobs better. And the last one are agent platforms that actually are DIY kits for building your own custom sales agents. The first one is in the inbound converter category is a company called qualified.com, um, native to Salesforce, very sophisticated. I've met these guys. They're an interesting company, and they really try to focus on determining, how quickly someone should get set up with a salesperson. And if you're just sort of noodling around a website, this tool might even figure it out. But if you're a real buyer, they're going to try to hook you up with a salesperson right away. Another one like this is Docket, focusing on qualification. They're a little bit less kind of book the meeting, which is qualified very much about getting people to book a meeting, at least from my experience. Um, Docket's going to be more about, hey, we're not so worried about booking a meeting. We're worried about getting people to understand our product, and they're really rethinking inbound from like get me to a salesperson to get me information. And I think it's interesting to to take this approach. Also using dynamic content, showing slides, and so on. bdr.ai is an outbound prospector. This is the second category. It's going to be just making phone calls, sending emails, autonomous sourcing. There are quite a few of these sort of SDR or BDR. SDR stands for Sales Development Representative, BDR, Business Development Representative. There are quite a few of these out there, and they're interesting. They're interesting companies. Another one, AISDR.com, another outbound prospector. Definitely researching, writing, sending emails, integrated with Salesforce and HubSpot. It's trying to find some triggers. Now, there are more than just the ones I'm going over today. These are just a handful of the companies to give you a sense of the different kinds that are out there. So, do your own research. Another outbound prospector is Topo. This is like a sales playbook company, and they try to keep humans in the loop more so than some of the other solutions out there. Very data driven. Um, Interesting company for sure. Another one, Sales Closer, does outbound, but also is trying to take it deeper into the sales cycle. Now, I should stop here and say that I think every one of these AI sales agent companies is thinking about busting out of those categories that I've put them in, if they already are not. So, if you're just doing inbound qualification, I'm sure people are asking them, "Hey, can you close deals too?" Or if you're focused on enabling salespeople, like for example, pre-sales enabler Vivun, you go to Vivun's website today, and you're going to see them already branching out and saying, "Hey, we do more than just pre-sales. We're going to do more like handling complex technical questions." And I think everybody under the sun is, thinking, "Wow, wouldn't it be great if AI could just do everything in my business?" But it's not quite that simple, is it? Now, moving on past those initial three categories, you have the last category of sales agent, the agent platform. Lindy is probably the best known sort of proprietary platform out there. I do know these guys; they're smart. They're experienced, and they're thinking about more than just sales. This is actually a platform where you can build a lot of different kinds of agents for your company. It's sort of like a workflow builder, and cool. If you're not that technical, this could be a good option for you. It connects with a lot of applications, and it allows you to build your own sales agents. I'm sure that they have templates and other kinds of guidance for you to do that on Lindy. So that's another one to think about. That's not a specific vendor, but more of a platform for building agents and not just sales agents. Artisan, when I look at Artisan's website, I had a hard time putting them. I did put them in this category because they say that they're building artisans, that they want to build like replace your employees, replace your salespeople, but they are pretty focused on the AI SDR, which is that very first category, inbound qualification, and even that second category, outbound. This is an interesting company. They're doing a lot of sort of marketing, and but they also claim to have a workflow builder that allows you to drag and drop to let non-technical users do stuff. So some of these I'm going to dig into more as I get into specific company reviews. That's one of the things we're going to do at AI Sales Agent HQ. So this is just a landscape, an overview, and no landscape would be complete without thinking about open source. So, what does open source mean? Basically, um, there are agents out there that you can use to launch your own AI sales agents. These are going to be usually built on like N8N. They're shareable with a JSON file, and you can build your own AI sales agents. So, you can think of N8N as being kind of like Lindy, where but N8N is just more open source, a little bit more technical. Lindy is more proprietary and a little bit more non-technical, but we're going to do a lot of open source work here at AI Sales Agent HQ, and we'll get into all the reasons for that later. So, amongst those categories, then there's sort of like this adjunct, which you can do anything you want if you build your own AI sales agents, right? So, in any case, it's not a question of whether or not AI is disrupting sales, whether it's top of funnel, whether it's bottom of funnel, qualification, sales engineers, technical sales. It's all over the place. And we're going to see a lot of things changing. So you want to tune in, subscribe to this channel. You can also check out our website at aisalesagenthq.scoot.app. And just join us on this conversation, on this journey. It's going to be super duper exciting. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and stick around for more. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.